Hi guys, I am super excited to finally welcome you guys to the first episode of Beyond Boundaries by Ntsako Mahlaule. This podcast, it is inspired by my journey in entrepreneurship, and it is also inspired by my second book as well, which is called Beyond Boundaries. And the first chapter of this book, it's called Breaking Free, which I believe it sets the foundation for the journey ahead. And I believe that each and everyone who needs to start their journey in leadership, they need to kind of break free from limitations, that kind of mindset, and just for them to be able to discover who they are first, for them to become successful entrepreneurs or to become great leaders. So to summarize everything, the podcast is about leadership, it's about purpose, it's about entrepreneurship. So if all this are your thing, you need to grow in these areas, this podcast is for you, and welcome. So to cut the story short, I'm so humbled. I am so excited, guys. I need to give you a brief background of how I met Apostle Lephoko, right? You won't believe. So I believe it was 2023 when we sadly lost our mother in Christ, Pastor Sizagele. She was a great mother and a mentor to me, and I attended the memorial service. Okay. And there you were preaching. It was my first time to hear of you, to see you. I remember I was seated next to my mother, and I was like to her, I don't know how, I don't know when, but I need to be a daughter to this man of God. Mm-hmm. I need to be beside him. I need to learn from his knowledge, because everything you were saying there, I was truly inspired of the topic that you were given and how you just tackled around it. And from then, I just looked for you. I looked for you. It took a long time. A lot of people I tried to DM no matter DM'd you with no luck. But that I'm that kind of a person that when I believe that I need something, I fight until I get it. Yes. And that's when now I finally got hold of your PA. Wow. When I was launching my book, I was like, I need him. She was like, his schedule is so tight. We fought, and God answered my prayers. Yes. And ever since, I'm so proud to be your daughter. And from your busy schedule, I'm deeply humbled for you to always make time for me and to always be there to advise me in this world of entrepreneurship. Yes. So without wasting time, welcome to Beyond Boundaries, and thank you so much for making time.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here, and I wish you well. No, this is a powerful vision, a great dream that I know it's starting today, but it will grow very big. Talking about the meeting at Tula Mahashi, when you saw me for the first time, I always say to people, when you are given an opportunity to speak, you must be well prepared, because you don't know who is in the audience listening to you for the first time. It's just a confirmation.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you so much for that, Apostle. So without wasting time, let's get right into it. The book, you have the book, Beyond Boundaries. Let's talk breaking free as our foundation. What does it mean to break free, and what is the importance of it for someone who needs to tap into this journey of entrepreneurship and leadership? Why should they break free, and what is it about?
You know, when God created us, He gave us potential. We are all born with talents, amazing talents, but the environment where we grow up or where we are raised limits us big time. You know, people don't succeed for lack of talent or lack of potential, but, you know, the environment limits your greatness, your potential. Hence, it's important that you need to break free, break the limitations, defy the status quo, and tell yourself, I will make it regardless of what I might be going through or regardless of the conditions at home. So you need to take it upon yourself to kick and kick until you get there.
So this, at the end of the day, it goes to all of us personally, on your personal space. It becomes your decision.
Yes.
And I can really relate to that, taking it back to my story. Because when I started Charged Up, I was still at home in Bushbuckridge.
Yes.
And as much as people knew about the brand, they were wearing the brand all over. For me, I felt like I wanted more. I just want to support what you were saying. For me, I felt like I wanted more. And then I wanted to be in the city of Mbombela.
Yes.
I saw my headquarters being here. I saw my clients being big clients from the city.
Yes.
But I did not know anyone here. I did not have any opportunity here. But I told my parents that I am going to Mbombela. And I remember it was the hardest decision ever, because even I remember my mother crying when they had to take me to Mbombela, to having to stay here. I had to rent in this small bedroom to say, this is where I believe I need to start.
Wow.
And each and every day I had to walk, to knock in doors, opening or asking for opportunities, for fundings and all of that. To the person that I am today, I had to start selling my brand in the streets under a gazebo, because the vision was big. And I believe that, like you were saying, that the environment was not enough. I felt like I'm not growing. And then I had to move to the city. And now I'm where I am today because I took that leap of faith.
Powerful testimony indeed.
Yeah,
Yes.
so thank you so much for that. And then if now someone is asking how they can overcome, what are we saying? Are we saying they should take that risk?
Yes, life certainly is about taking risk. People who succeed in life are risk takers. Be it in business, be it in sports, be it in the ministry. Life is about taking risks. I read in your book about comfort zone.
Yeah.
Most of the people are too comfortable where they are, especially people that are born in successful families, rich families. Later in life, they don't become so great because they grew in a comfort environment that somehow stifled their creativity. So if you check, people that are highly successful, when you trace their background, is not a comfortable one. So life is about taking risks. So if you don't take risks in life, forget about success.
Wow, guys, I believe you heard it. To our lovely viewers, lovely listeners, life is about taking risks. And sometimes you can be from a rich family. If you don't take risk, you won't be able to take over the legacy and build and be successful as well. And then going to leadership.
Yes.
This is a topic that I've given you on my book launch. I always get excited to hear you speak of leadership, because you're a leader in your businesses, in your church. And that day on the book launch, everyone was just blown away.
Yes.
That's why I felt fit that you talk about this topic, leadership. Why is it so important for someone to break free first from those certain limitations for them to be great leaders?
People don't start by being great leaders. You grow into that. In life, you must be willing to start somewhere. Grade 1 before grade 12. It's not the other way around.
Yeah.
So the danger in life is to want to be where you are not before you have paid the price. There are certain things in life that you have to pay the price for. I always put it like this. There are things that you can pray for. There can be things that you can believe God for and confess, go to school for. But certain things come through you paying the price, going through challenges and through storms. But when you break free and then you launch, be it your idea, your business, And then that's the beginning of you now becoming that leader that will ultimately become great. But what I want to emphasize, you have to start somewhere. Don't undermine the day of small beginnings. Greatness is coming, but start somewhere.
Sure, guys, I believe you heard that. So, meaning now, coming to this is the most asked question when it comes to leadership. Guri, are you born like being a leader, or is it something that you learn?
I know this is a question that is often asked. Do we have born leaders, or people become leaders in life? I believe all of us are born with the potential to become great leaders. But like I've already said, it starts somewhere. So every person that is born into this world is born with the ability from God to become great. God wired you for success and put within you everything that you need to rise up in life and become the best person that you can become. But it's important to have people that will hold your hand and walk with you the journey of life and the journey of leadership.
So can we say that leadership and purpose, is it the same thing? Because now I just heard you saying that God has created for all of us to be successful with greater purpose. So can we really say that purpose and leadership, is it the same thing?
I don't think it's the same thing because purpose is what you are born with. You are born with a purpose. You are born to fulfill a purpose in life. But leadership will help your purpose to be profitable. That is why we have got people with great talents, amazing purpose in life, because they are not strong in leadership. They don't achieve the results that are equivalent to what they carry. So leadership, I believe, enhances your purpose. These two working together, they make you a great person.
So it means that now we are all born with a purpose to fulfill. But we need those leadership skills to help us make the purpose come to life. The purpose to be successful. And now we have people with great purposes, but they don't win because of lack of leadership skills. Okay. And now we have those people, a lot of people. I really know a lot of people who feels like they have a purpose to do, but they don't know where to start, what to do. I get a lot of them to say, Ntsako, I see you having charged up, you're doing this and that, but then how? Because I can also feel that there's something bigger that I need to do, but then I don't know what. Where do I start? What do we advise to that person?
This is a very interesting question that you have just asked that I'm passionate about. You know, the best example that I can give as an answer to this question is the life of David in the Bible. We all know David as this young person who killed Goliath. But it did not start with David killing Goliath. If you trace the background, the life of David, David served. So when you serve, you are on your way to greatness. Great people serve in a great way. David got the opportunity to kill Goliath because he was serving in his father's house. He was there because the father sent him. He said, my son, go check on your brothers. When he got there, an opportunity came. But it was because he listened, he was willing to serve in his father's house. So I believe that, you know, when you start serving where God has planted you, in your family, serving your parents, you are being prepared for greatness. Serving in your neighborhood, serving in your church. Maybe you are hired, you know, to serve in one company. So one of the biggest mistakes that many young people commit maybe you are from university, you have got a degree in economics or accounting, and you are hired maybe as a clerk, and then your boss says, make me a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
In your mind, you say, but I have a degree. I did not go to school to make a cup of coffee. But making a cup of coffee is part of you being prepared.
Yeah.
Maybe the boss is asking you to make a cup of coffee for him, not because he likes coffee. He's checking your attitude. Are you the kind of person that I can trust for my company?
Wow, that's very powerful. And now you may find that you serving coffee to him, you will find him in a meeting with people that he can introduce you to and change your life forever.
Yes.
So I really want to support that, because it means that what we're trying to tell our viewers and listeners is that they should be ready to serve. Even though you know that you're made for greater things, you should ready to assist in anything, in anything. So, and we find that, okay, you know that your purpose is big, and then you just want to be there. And opportunities that comes for you to be an usher, you feel like it's not for me. Oh, guys, I hope we are learning. Personally, I am learning, and I can really support what Apostle is saying, because looking back at my journey, I've been there, done that. When there's events, I show up, and I believe that has introduced me to a lot of people, that has assisted me to become the person that I am today, because they've seen my resilience, and they've seen how I was always there and ready to work. So thank you so much for that. And is there anything that you would like to, before we move to entrepreneurship, you would like to add on leadership?
Leadership is about vision. You have to be clear when it comes to your vision. Obviously, you start with purpose, but then from purpose, then vision. But then for you to be able to achieve your vision, you must have clear values. Values that will guide you, values that will ground you. Because if you don't have values, you will be easily compromised. If one of your values, let's say, is excellence, it means whatever service that you render, you don't compromise on excellence. Even if it means the profit will not be big, so be it. Because excellence must go before you for people to give you business in the future. So most of the people who want to become great leaders, but you check they don't have values, you know that they will not last in leadership. So, and you must know that you don't become a leader in isolation. You lead with people. People that will cover your weaknesses and make you shine. And most of the people that are great leaders, they are great because of the people that they have surrounded themselves with, who make them shine. But if you want to lead in isolation, you'll be exposed. Before you know it, you'll be down there.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're not perfect. So there's a lot of mistakes that we'll be doing along the line. But then when they're there and you're a great leader to them, they're able to close those gaps. Wow. Listeners, viewers, I hope that you are stepping outside your comfort zone with everything that we're talking about here, as you want to tap into entrepreneurship, as you want to tap into leadership. This information, I believe, currently it is helping you, it is shaping you to know that you cannot be successful alone. The president was recently said now on the G20 that to go far, you need to work with the other people. That's why now he brought all these leaders to say, let's go together, because I believe that to go far, we need to be together, because if you are alone, you won't go far.
Forget it.
So thank you so much for that. Going to entrepreneurship, what are some of the internal boundaries? I believe we talked about this when we were starting. I just want us to just clarify them again now, tapping into entrepreneurship, because people are always scared to start businesses, or maybe even if they got guts to start, but they got scared to grow it to become successful, they stop along the way and stuff like that. So what are those internal boundaries that people come across, and how can they overcome them to make sure that their businesses become exactly how they envisioned them?
Success starts with you. I think you said that very well in your book.
Yeah.
Success starts with you. There is no success that you will achieve outside of you. Unless maybe you want to gamble, but even gambling, it must be you gambling. But success starts with you, and success starts right where you are. If you see an aircraft beyond the clouds, it started on a runway. But one thing about the runway, it is limited. If you don't take off, you will crash. So you start right where you are. So what limits a lot of people is that they want to start big. Johannesburg, as we see it today, was once one shop. These businesses that are global, that we admire, they did not start big. So what is important, know the product that you are selling, believe in your product. Even if people don't buy it, continue to believe in it and to promote it until they buy it. Because you cannot sell something that you don't believe in.
Yeah.
I know of people that will go and sell things, maybe clothes, but he doesn't even wear the clothes that he sells. He doesn't eat the food that people want to see it in you to believe that this is credible.
Wow. So as simple and hard as it is, it sounds so simple, but then to put it into life, into practical, it is very hard.
Yes.
As much as we say that it is starting with you, and this podcast really, and this episode, it's all about that, to remind you of your capabilities, to remind you of your potential, to say that you have it in you.
You have it in you,
before
yes.
people can see it. Because at the end of the day, I remember when I was still at the street, the picture is there on the book. In my head, I was seeing the headquarters that I'm having now.
Wow.
But people, when they were passing, they were laughing, knowing my parents, knowing the kind of girl that I am, to say, Ntsako, how can you go so low? But for me, I believe that I needed to start somewhere. And a lot of people now who have passed and took the pamphlets on the street, now when they see the headquarters, they can relate to my story, to say that, isn't it the same way that was there?
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm trying to support what you're saying, to say it's true, and to start it's never easy, because at the end of the day, the vision, it's in your head. Your family does not see. If you married, your partner does not see, your kids does not see. At the end of the day, it's our own responsibility to make that vision come to life. So thank you so much for that. And then now, the hardest one. How do we now move from the survival mode in business? Yeah, because we have a lot of businesses that have been in a survival mode for a lot of years. They have been broken even. They're not making profit. Is that thing they use this money for wrong things, to close gaps, and I believe that when you're starting Vele, there needs to be those things where you sacrifice a lot of things to grow your business. But I also believe that your business shouldn't stay there. So what are those advices that we can give to entrepreneurs to move from survival mode to a profitable, sustainable business?
I think partially you have answered it. The mistake that I see many people do or commit, especially young people.
Yeah.
They can't tell the difference between profit and the money that comes into
The business.
the business. Like you're saying, they eat what should be reinvested into the business. You know, there's a verse in the Bible that talks about the seed and bread.
Yeah.
The seed you plant, the bread you eat.
Yes.
But if you eat the bread and the seed, that might be the end of you or the end of the business. So, you know, it requires discipline for you to know that this money, even if I'm tempted to buy a car, a dress, and go on holiday, I can't, because this money must be reinvested into the business.
Yeah.
You know, so people need to be extremely disciplined.
Yeah.
Coming to me when I started a church, most of the things that we have today, we did not have then. Obviously, as a leader in the church, I had to sacrifice.
Yeah.
You can see money coming into the church, but you ask yourself, vis-a-vis money, building, you know, you have to prioritize that the money must be invested into the church, make sure we buy a site, make sure we have a building. So the same principle applies to those that are into business.
Yeah.
You must know the difference and be disciplined. You know, people, most of the time, is lack of
discipline.
If you are disciplined, you'll go a long way.
Yeah. So I was saying that with discipline, success in the business is guaranteed, because now we might have someone who's saying that I have been disciplined trying to reinvest the money back. It's been years. Do you think there's a certain time frame that the business now can kick in and grow if now that discipline it's applied, so that they don't give up along the way?
You see, a lot of people go into business before they even understand the business that they are going into. They don't research to understand the business that they are going into, the competitors in the business that they are going into, whether the economy is such that the business that they are going into will be sustained. So they just go into business because they saw other people going into business. It's possible to go into a particular business or kind of a business, before you know it, the investors that sustain the business in the country withdraw their investment, and your business goes down, just because you went into business without researching the business, understanding the business, the competitors in the business, because it's rough out there.
Yeah.
There are people that can destroy your business overnight. So you must know what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So other than you being disciplined, there are other factors that might equally affect your business. That is why you need mentors and coaches that will guide you.
Yeah, you actually mentioned exactly what I wanted to ask first, next to ask now, what is the role of the mentorship in when you are an entrepreneur or when you want to become a great leader?
You know, you can't succeed without people that will guide you. It's like a child born into the family and he tries to raise himself or herself.
Yeah.
That child will not survive.
Yeah.
Parents are there to mentor, to raise the child, to guide the child. The same applies to you in business or in ministry. You need people that have been there, who know what it takes, the challenges, people that will be able to guide you and tell you, don't go this way.
Yeah.
And most of the time when people coach you, you may not understand it because you have not experienced it.
Yeah.
You know, experience in life is very important. You know, you don't get experience from university. Even with me as a pastor, I've grown because of mentors,
Yeah.
but also making mistakes. I saw it in your book, learning from your mistakes.
Yeah.
So in life, you need people that will mentor you, people that will coach you.
Yeah.
Even Jesus Christ had to be baptized by John.
By John, yeah.
He did not say, you know what, I'm a son of God, I'm straight from heaven, I can't be baptized by a human being. You know. So arrogance destroys.
So how can one now identify the mentor? And obviously, when we talk of mentors, you mentioned that it's people who have walked the path. And now we have this young girl, young boy at home, village, they're still starting out. They see this successful business person and they like how they do things. I don't know. Now they need to approach them. Like what can you advise to that young person to get in touch to a certain mentor?
You see, people that have made it in life, most of them are willing to help.
That's true.
They are willing to assist.
Yeah.
But we need to be honest. They may not have all the time, but they are willing to assist. So when you approach people that have made it in life, you must know your story.
That's true.
Don't just go there, know your story, do your homework, so that when they give you 90 seconds to pitch.
Yes.
Do you know that you can meet a person in a lift? Before you land on the floor where you're going,
Deal is done.
deal is done. Because you have learned the art of pitching. You know what you want and you know what you want to achieve. You know your product, you understand yourself. So my advice would be, before you even approach mentors, know exactly what you want.
And you should also know that they don't have all the time.
Yes.
And just to support that, looking at the mentors that I have currently, we don't talk every time.
Yes.
And I believe one of the line that my coach always uses is that I see a lot of a younger version of myself in you. And now I think that is one thing that they got willing to assist me, because they see how pushing I am towards the goal. And now that's why it makes them easier to help me, because they see me fighting and working hard. So I support what you're saying, to say that when they approach the mentors and the coaches, they need to know their story and they need to have started something to say that this is where I am. What do I do to get to that point, so that the mentor can relate to your story? So I believe it's a question that most of our listeners and viewers are probably asking themselves, to say, how do I approach Apostle Lephoko? How do I approach Ntsako? She seems like a busy person. But then I think you've answered all that, to say that a great leader will always have that small time to give back and to give advice. And any kind of leader that you're learning from, you're being inspired from, if you have a good story to tell, they might be willing to assist you. So take a leap of faith and know your story and go to them. We need them. We need their advices, because they've walked their journey, and we need to learn to be able to achieve our goals.
And let me also add, Ntsako, people that are into leadership, people that have achieved, people that we look up to. We must not forget that in their journey, they have been hurt, let down, betrayed. So they always have this in them, that if I help Ntsako, am I not exposing myself? So, meaning when we are looking for mentors, somehow we must try our best to be loyal, faithful, committed, and understand the environment where they operate. Because if you're not careful, you might have two mentors that are serious competitors without you even being aware. And when you see this guy withdrawing, you don't understand.
Yeah.
So you need wisdom.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's powerful. So I think that wisdom now, it comes in. We shouldn't rush into having so many mentors.
Yes.
Wow, that's powerful. And I think to add on that, when you were speaking, especially if we're speaking to young people, another thing that has helped me, it's how I handle myself in social media. So I've heard a lot of great people who I have pitched to, and then I was told I'll get back to you. And a lot of feedback was, we went to your page, we went to your Instagram, we went to your Facebook, and we are so happy for our brand to align with your brand based on how I positioned what I post, how I post the captions and stuff like that. And it's a digital footprint that young people should really be careful of. You know, you don't just post anything with anyone. You know, make sure, be mindful of what you put out there, because they always go to your LinkedIn, to your statuses to check and be like, no, I cannot. If now I allow myself to go to a podcast with her, I'll be posted in.
Yes, that's very true.
Yes, very, very true. So it's something that I like also to add to young people or to anyone to say that make sure that what you post on your social media, it's something that will grow other people and it will make people to be aligned with your brand. There's also a lot of opportunities that they called me to say, we've seen how you post, can we work with you on this and that? So what can you add on the digital footprint, more especially now that we're living in the digital world?
I think it's something that we can't avoid. Unfortunately, that's where the world is moving into, and the sooner we catch up, the better.
Yeah.
You know, when we were growing up, you know, we had bank books. You'd carry a book to the bank.
Okay.
There were no cards.
Oh, okay.
And when the cards were introduced, the so-called believers like me, they say now the Antichrist is here, the 666 is here, and they were left behind. So, but like you're saying, you need the wisdom to be able to use the tools to grow your business, because equally so they can compromise you big time. But I would say to young people that are going into business, these are tools that we must use. But mentors will come in and coach you what to do, what not to do.
Oh, okay. We are almost there. We are almost done. I think now on my notes here, I wanted to talk about daily habits. I think social media now, we've also tapped into it. It's one of those daily habits that we do not take seriously, that they might hinder into some of the opportunities. What are some of those habits that people who needs to tap into entrepreneurship, tap into their purpose, tap into their leadership growth, should try to stay away from?
You know, successful people, most of them, they've got established habits that they live by. They are predictable. You know, that's why they are successful, because they are predictable. Success comes about when you do the same thing all over again. Like if you want to develop, you know, muscles, you go to the gym, not once in 3 months and try and train for 5 hours. 30 minutes consistently every day, you know, you achieve a lot. So some of the habits of success, you know, you must know when you wake up and what you do when you wake up, what time you sleep. You must know what you eat. You must know what you drink. Your life must be predictable. Don't be just all over. You must know the kind of meetings you attend and why you attend them. You must know the people you prioritize and why you prioritize them. And success demands that you must prioritize your family, because family, you don't choose, family chooses you. They say we all start and end with family. There is no person, when he was dying in hospital, he said, call my business associates. All of them, they'll say, even my son in Guyana that my wife does not know about. Before you know it, you meet this young man for the first time, because now it has dawned that it's about family. But habits of success are there. Be disciplined, but there are also habits that can compromise you. If you don't stick to time, you don't prioritize right, you'll be compromised.
Guys, you had that right. This is what the podcast is about. It's about growth, it's about inspiration, and I really hope, believe and pray that after this podcast, our lives will be changed for the better. Our businesses will be changed for the better, because it starts with, like Apostle was saying, that your purpose needs to be aligned first. Before we put those leadership skills first. So we need to find ourselves. We need to break free. At the end of the day, you spoke a lot about having to start with you. It starts with you, and the rest shall follow. You spoke a lot of vision, that the vision needs to start with you. And now, just the last one before we close, the vision, how big can it be? We have a lot of people who are coming from different backgrounds. Some believe that because my background is like this, then my vision should just be like this. So now, what can we advise in terms of that vision? How big can it go in your mind?
You know, our minds or brains are unlimited in what they can think and see. You know, there's an interesting scripture in Genesis when God said to Abraham, look east, west, south, north, all the land that you see, I will give it to you. He was saying, it's up to you. If you see small, you achieve small. If you see big, you achieve big. So vision can be as big as you want, but it starts somewhere, and then you grow.
Guys, I loved the word you use, unlimited. Limited, guys. This is the word that I would like to close with, to say you are unlimited. There's nothing that you cannot achieve. If you can think of it, you can achieve it. I was listening to someone saying that since there's a God to pray to, there's a God to answer. So now there's a dream that you have dreamt. It is achievable. And please make sure that starting from today, I need to hear great reviews on the comment section to share your journeys of how this podcast has helped you, has helped your mindset. Because this first episode, I wanted it to be more of the mindset, because I believe that's where everything starts. We have a lot of people who have great purposes to fulfill, but because they see themselves, they won't result into anything, then they end up not resulting to anything. So this podcast is about fueling your mindset to say, from today, you are unlimited. What is that message that you like to leave the listeners and the viewers with?
Last message that I would like to give, I always give this line from a book that I wrote many years ago entitled You Too Can Be a Celebrity. So in that book, I have this statement that says, before conception took place in the womb of your mother, you participated in a race bigger than the Comrades Marathon. And you won yourself a gold medal. For 9 months, you continued to grow in the womb of your mother until the day you were born. When the day you were born, you've made your first cry. Doctors and nurses thought you were crying. Little did they know you were not crying, but announcing your own appearance, saying, ladies and gentlemen, I have arrived. That's right. born to make a difference.
Oh,
I'm saying to those that are watching, you can become great.
Wow. Guys, I don't know. I don't know. That is it from me and Ntsako Mahlaule, Beyond Boundaries, with our guest, Apostle Lephoko.
Yes.
Guys, I am so excited. So I think the quote that you just mentioned now, it shows that you are not here by mistake.
Yes.
You are here to change the world.
Yes.
And the world needs your input. So guys, after this podcast, let's go out there and take up space with love. See you on our second episode. Bye.